Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you different types of keto diet recipes, but also how to meal prep on the ketogenic diet. Meal prep or meal prepping can be a very beneficial tool when you are trying to lose weight, especially if you have a very busy schedule. So the purpose of this video is to show you guys how to make different types of ketogenic diet recipes. The keto diet is short for the ketogenic diet, and it's basically where you eat certain foods to allow your body to be in a constant state of ketosis, or aka meaning you're burning fat for energy instead of any type of sugar or carbs because there is an absence of them in your diet. The way that you correctly follow a ketogenic diet is by prioritizing the macronutrient fat. So inside of all of your meals, you're going to have a higher percentage of saturated/saturated fats. Then you're going to have a moderate amount of protein and then non-starchy vegetables and or low amounts of carbs. On the ketogenic diet, you have to avoid high sugary fruits, and on top of that, you have to avoid, for the most part, processed food. I was able to lose 100 pounds in only 4 months on the ketogenic diet, and I absolutely love talking about it. I think it's one of the easiest ways to diet and one of the easiest ways of eating if you are trying to recreate recipes for weight loss. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is how to get into ketosis easily. So when I was starting to lose weight, this is one of the first things that I did to easily start the ketogenic diet. A fast way to get into ketosis is by following an egg fast, or aka an egg diet. So it's basically where you only eat 6 eggs for the entire day. You can break this up or you can eat it at one time, like if you're intermittent fasting. You make it with about a tablespoon of butter, and you can add cheese and seasonings if you would like to. While following an egg fast, you're also allowed to have iced coffee. You can put creamer in it, just make sure it's ketogenic, so no sugar and no carbs. And you would usually do this for 1 to 3 days to get into a state of ketosis. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to meal prep breakfast on the ketogenic diet. So I am just taking about 4 eggs this time and adding salt and pepper. You can also add cheese if you would like to. I'm also going to be adding spinach to the pan as well. Then once the eggs are done cooking, I put them inside of a medium-sized meal prep container, and then I am going to go ahead and cook 4 pieces of bacon as well, and then just make sure the oil drains onto a paper towel. And this is a very super simple, easy way to meal prep on the ketogenic diet. If you are in a rush and you don't necessarily have the time to sit down and eat breakfast, along with your meal prep, you can also make this coffee in under a minute. I'm taking this instant coffee and just putting in the recommended serving size into a cup of water. On the keto diet, you can use sugar-free sweeteners, so you can either use like a liquid sugar-free substitute or stevia. For this example, I'm just going to use stevia. Add some ice if you want to make iced coffee, and if you are drinking or eating dairy products, you can also add heavy whipping cream because it has no sugar and no carbs. For my next ketogenic recipe, I'm going to be showing you a meal that will really fill you up. This was one of my favorite meals to have on the ketogenic diet. I'm taking 3 pieces of steak and seasoning them. Then for some unsaturated fat, I'm also slicing up a whole avocado and adding it to my plate. I was making content for TikTok right here, so don't mind that. But if you don't want to consume a lot of dairy products, this is a perfect option for you. To cook some vegetables, I'm putting a tablespoon of butter inside of a pan. If you don't want to consume dairy at all, you can use plant-based butter too, that works. And I'm just seasoning up some broccoli. I used everything but the bagel seasoning. Last but not least, I sliced about half of a whole tomato, and this is my meal. If you guys are struggling after watching this video with understanding what to eat or different ways to eat for weight loss, I have the perfect app for you. The Meta Nutrition app allows you to search for different types of recipes and eating styles that can be accustomed to whatever fitness goal you're trying to achieve. They have different ranges of eating styles, from meals that have carbs in them to even ketogenic diet recipes that are easy to follow. They also have a built-in nutrient tracker, so if you follow one of the recipes in the app, it'll automatically tell you everything that you're eating, and you won't have to input the amount of calories or really scan anything to understand the macros and the calories. Inside of the app, they also have this really cool feature called a pantry, which basically is a feature where you can put all of the things that are inside of your fridge or inside of your pantries and track what you already have inside of your house. And then the Meta Nutrition app will automatically generate meal plans based off of the ingredients or groceries you have in your fridge. This will allow you to save money when you go to the grocery store, but also help you plan meals more easily because it already uses the items that you have instead of having to go and buy a bunch of items to follow complicated recipes. If you guys are interested in being able to use the Meta Nutrition app to more easily track what you are eating, I will list a link down below in the description where you can go and click on it for yourself and get it. Salads are a great way to get a large amount of food in volume for little calories, and they can also be made perfectly ketogenic. Usually when I cook any type of meat, I use cooking spray, or aka cooking oil spray, so that way I don't add a lot of calories. To season my meat, I'm going to be taking this taco seasoning and other types of salt. Along with slicing up some tomatoes. And if you haven't guessed it, this is kind of like a low-carb taco bowl, as they call it. So the meat is seasoned with taco seasoning, and then I'm using shredded lettuce. I'm also slicing up a whole avocado and putting it on top of my salad as well. I added cheese on top for extra flavor and fat. I'm also adding ranch dressing, and you can also add sour cream on top of this if you want extra fat. I know how hard it is to stay away from sugar, especially soda, if you are cutting it out for the first time. So this is the perfect drink for you. I'm basically taking a half a packet of Crystal Light and then mixing it with a little bit of sparkling water. And I only put a little bit initially because it does bubble up, as you can see, and I didn't want it to overflow. And then filling up the rest of the cup with ice and sparkling water. And this tastes just like soda. You can do this with any flavor. I just showed you how to make a low-carb taco style bowl. Now I'm going to show you how to basically meal prep a salad if you want to take it to work or just to have for lunch and you don't really feel like assembling it later. I just made some leftover ground meat, and you can use any seasoning you would like, and then washing off some lettuce and chopping it and putting it inside of my meal prep container. I also chopped some tomatoes and put it on top, and I also took one of these little ranch dressing containers and put it inside of my meal prep. And of course, the fat is going to be coming from the ranch dressing, but if you want to add more flavor or fat, you can add cheese on top. The next recipe I'm going to show you is a very easy chicken dinner meal prep. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking 2 chicken breasts and of course washing them off and slicing them. Don't forget to add seasonings whenever you are making chicken. I make sure to have a lot of those. Add your chicken to a pan, and you can make it with or without oil. I decided to use oil. While the chicken is cooking, I start to prepare my cauliflower rice. This is basically just ground up cauliflower, and I'm adding salt and pepper and things like that. I add all my ingredients into a meal prep box, and obviously I separate the two. Then I'm just going to be slicing some bell pepper and cooking that as well. You can make it with or without oil. The oil that I specifically use is avocado oil or olive oil, but just know that if you use any type of oil to cook chicken or vegetables, it is going to add extra calories, but it is still ketogenic and low carb. As a treat, I want to show you guys a ketogenic smoothie that you can make the night before, or you can make it in the morning and put it in the fridge or the freezer and take it to work with you. So I just put about a cup of almond milk inside of a blender along with a handful of berries or a cup of berries, and then about 5 medium-sized strawberries. Then I take a scoop of vanilla protein powder that has no sugar and no carbs, and then I'm also taking some cinnamon and some peanut butter that also has lower amounts of carbs and sugar inside of it, and blending it. And this is one of my favorite shakes to have. If you guys are interested in what I ate in a day, I will have a list of recipes down below in the description. I lost weight on the ketogenic diet, so all that information is listed down there. I will also list Meta Nutrition's information down below too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.